So here we're seeing that the rich people, no matter how many times they tried to express that everybody needed to be lawful, that everybody needed to be respectful, people weren't having it. There were more riots. There were people being just like really upset. There had been impressment riots through the 1760s in New York and Newport, Rhode Island, where 500 seamen, boys, and Negroes rioted after 5 weeks of impressment by the British. 6 weeks before the Boston Massacre, there was a battle in New York of seamen against British soldiers taking their jobs. It was just like fighting, rioting, and really it was poor people being like, stop, like leave us the fuck alone, get us out of your wars, and let us eat, right? It says here, remember, the Loyal Nine and the Sons of Liberty were like the leaders of the revolutionary movement. They were the rich people that didn't want the energy to come their way. The officers and committee members of the Sons of Liberty were drawn almost entirely from the middle and upper classes of colonial society. In North Carolina, one of the wealthiest of the gentlemen and freeholders led the Sons of Liberty. The revolution was not about the people, not the regular people. It was about the rich people. It was about the rich people saving their ass and hiding from the fact that they were really part of the massive problem that the poor people were having. It says here, many of the Sons of Liberty groups declared, as in Mildford, Connecticut, that their greatest abhorrence of lawlessness, or as in Annapolis, opposed all riots or unlawful assemblies tending to the disturbance of the public tranquility. They did not want people upset. They did not want people to just not do their jobs and to be quiet. In Virginia, it seemed clear to the educated gentry that something needed to be done to persuade the lower orders to join the revolutionary cause to deflect their anger against England. One Virginian wrote in his diary in the spring of 1774, "The lower class of people here are in tumult on account of reports from Boston. Many of them expect to be pressed and compelled to go and fight the Britons." Around the time of the Stamp Act, a Virginia orator addressed the poor. "Are not the gentlemen made of the same materials as the lowest and poorest among you? Listen to no doctrines which may tend to divide us, but let us go hand in hand as brothers." Fast forwarding here, Patrick Henry's oratory in Virginia pointed a way to relieve class tension between upper and lower classes and form a bond against the British. This was to find language inspiring to all classes, specific enough in its listing of grievances to charge people with anger against the British, vague enough to avoid class conflict among the rebels, and stirring enough to build patriotic feeling for the resistance movement. That's happening right now in America. Donald Trump is doing exactly that. He's vague enough for people to forget that that man is rich as fuck. What the fuck does he have in common with poor people? He's just saying things that are going to rile poor people up. But why the fuck would he care about what poor people got going on? He's one of the rich people. He's doing exactly what they've always done. It's repeating itself again right now. How is a billionaire leading a movement for poor people? That does not make any sense.